and welcome to this edition of Our View. For those of you that don't know, shame on you, we're the 50 plus generation. This is a show for us, about us, and our guests are going to be people that are 50 plus because we have so much to say and we're still vibrant, we're still doing a lot of great things, and believe it or not, all of us are over 50, some over 60. And I'm Salima Hakeem Muhammad.
Hi, I'm Todd Stofka.
Hi, I'm Shelly Curry.
And also we have a new person here. This is Shelly Curry. Our guest, our co-host, Tony Wills Thompson. This is her sister. So welcome.
Thank you.
We're kind of interchangeable.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Sometimes we'll have Shelly, sometimes we'll have Tony. They're interchangeable. But anyway, of course, this is the show for us. We talk about things that we go through in life. We talk about dating. We talk about relationships. We talk about things that affect us. And one thing we talk about that not many shows talk about is menopause. And I'm the one that's over 60. I'm 61. And I wouldn't tell that years ago, but now I'm proud of it because I'm 61 and I'm healthy. And that's what it's all about. I'm healthy, I feel good, I have no stress, honestly, no stress in my life, but some of us do. And if you remember one of our previous shows, Tony was on talking about menopause and hot flashes, and we have Shelly that's going through that now. So Shelly, tell me a little bit about that, because honestly, I have not experienced that, the hot flashes and the things like that. I just haven't, thank God. And so Shelly, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the hot flash to me is the major culprit. It comes and goes. Just as I'm sitting here, I feel it is from within. And I'll get hot, and then the evidence of that is the sweat. The sweats start developing on my forehead, and then if I continue to sit here as it's coming and I don't do anything about it, like try to cool myself off or pat, my face dry, it will actually drip.
And one of the things that Todd does, he does so many things, he is a hypnotist. And he said that with hypnotizing somebody that you can help them with hot flashes, who knows? So why don't you do a little demonstration on Miss Shelly here, Todd?
So, part of, just so that people have an idea, so part of your body, if it can be trained to be hot, right, like you had before, right, where whatever this hormonal change comes in and then it manifests itself with sweat, and that's the only thing you thought of, right? Wiping away. What if we could do something different?
I would love it.
Right?
Yes.
Because that's what we did before, because you were sitting here before we got started. And,
Yes.
yeah, I can show them your clock. So we had that. So, I asked what would it be like if you were cool, right?
Yes.
So we'll give them a quick little demonstration. Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with it.
Well,
yes.
great. So let's do this. Let me look at your hand. So I want you to stare at your hand really quick. And this time I want you to look at that spot. And as you do, I want you to imagine between that hand and your nose is like a magnet. And as it slowly begins to be pulled towards your nose, as it finally gets to your face, your eyes close, you drop into the greatest relaxed state. That's right. Relaxing all the way down now. And as you relax all the way down, your hand falls down to your lap, just relaxing even deeper. Safe, comfortable, and relaxed. And just going 3. Next deep breath in. Let's go down to 2. That's right. Relaxing from your head to your toes, toe to your head. Just going even deeper, being cool and relaxed. 1. And this time, Shelly, I want you to imagine that thermostat that we were working with. And imagine that it just begins to cool you from the inside out. That's right, inside out. And imagine right now as it just begin to take it from 85 down to 80, just beginning to relax, down to 75. And cooling it down and feeling it's like your own internal air conditioner down to 70. That's right, just make it cold, relax, right down to 65. Maybe even taking a little bit cooler if you want, down to 60. Just begin to imagine it begins to flow from your head to your toe to your head, just beginning to relax even more completely. The light shining, my voice only helps you to relax and focus in. The camera's just watching carefully and easily. You don't care. Because now you're just beginning to notice that coolness inside. Easily, effortlessly. So as I count you back from 1 to 3, come back wide awake, alert. You can share this great experience. So ready, 1, take a nice deep breath in. 2, turn up the curiosity, fun little giggle and smile, and then eyes open, wide awake, and join us back here.
Thank you so much. The experience was.
That was interesting.
It is, and I wanted it to work because I was coming on full-fledged before he started to do that. And as he did it, I was like, oh my goodness, am I gonna have to pull out my cloth while he's doing it? No, I did not.
Really?
I'm serious.
So that little bit that he did,
Right
you
there,
actually felt
I
it.
felt that because I needed it to work.
Okay.
And it's working, like I can feel myself drying up.
Right.
You know, I can actually feel myself drying up.
And we built another trigger earlier, right? So take a deep breath in, and just
Yes,
exhale to sort of cool.
yes. So if you guys see me going like this through the show, I'm
Just
cooling
enjoy
off.
it. Cool it out.
And,
That's
and,
right.
and, you know, that's amazing, and so many people have so many different things to say about hypnotists. Some people say that's from the devil, or it's not a good thing, or, you know, something like that. But as you know, we are being tricked, you know, by hypnosis. It's not even a trick, but people use that in advertising. You know, when we look at commercials, you know, because you be sitting in front of your TV, not even hungry, and somebody comes with a Big Mac or something, and then that will trigger you. Oh, well, I'm hungry, but you're not really hungry.
Right,
So these
Right.
are things that make you think that.
right.
That's true. That's true. The movie theater does that as well. You know, before the movie comes on, they get the
Yeah,
popcorn.
popcorn. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
it's like, wow, come on, did we go to the popcorn
Right.
stand? We
Yeah.
have enough to get through this
Right.
movie, you know?
Exactly. You're worried about that.
Let's talk about your other influence. I mean, so this is from a marketing standpoint. Popcorn, you know, the Big Mac is they want to sell something. So any
Right.
marketer does that. But let's talk about your friends that are going through this time period of their life, right?
Okay.
Now, when you're with these other women, how many of them are talking about being cool and relaxed?
Not many.
No, what are they?
Not
They're
many.
talking about ripping their clothes off and running into the snow, jumping in the shower, you know, whatever they got to do, get the fire hose out, you know, and put it on them. But no one's really talking about what they want. So really, the key thing here is to redesign this, and it's not so much as, you know, the control is I really want you to take back the control, because the control for you is to be cool, right?
Right.
And not that way. So depending on how that has to happen, that's what we want to have, you know, we want to
Yes.
create.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense, and I'm going to have to adopt that really quickly because I have a coworker who is afraid now of aging because she's like, oh my God, Miss Shelley, I hope I don't go through that when I get older. Oh, you're making me afraid. You're making me
And, you know,
afraid.
I went through the same thing because I saw my mother go through it, I saw your mother go through it, and I saw how it affected them. And I was hoping, I said, you know, I'm going to have to get old, but I don't want to experience that.
Right.
But for some reason, I have not been experiencing it. And my doctor said that very few women go through what I'm going through, where they have no symptoms of aging at all. And I thank God that I am, because I don't think that I could stand that. Because I see, you know, some people it's harder than for others.
For others.
And I have seen women almost lose their minds, you know, as a result of that. And when you see women like sometimes you see these shows, you see in the news where women kill people or even hurt their children, even hurt their husband, whatever. A lot of that has to do with, you know, them going through this menopause thing, and people really don't realize how deep that is.
How deep it is. It really is when the hormonal levels drop like that. There's no control over the emotions and, you know, things that that hung on that hormone being there. Whatever it was for that hormone to do, now the body is not doing anymore because there's a lack thereof.
But just like Todd is saying, that you have to get that thought out of your mind, because we have been conditioned to think that. We have been told that. We have seen that on commercials. When you go through menopause, this is going to happen.
Right.
We have had our friends, our parents, our relatives tell us, well, when you go through menopause, this is what's going to happen.
Yes.
So of course that's what's going to happen.
Right. So it's kind of the hamburger thing. You see it, you know, you
Yeah.
kind of want it. You hear it, you kind of believe it. So
Exactly.
even get it out of your mind, but even then, you know, you don't want to have a dry spot. You want to have what, you know, you want to have happen. And that's what I was talking about. No, I'm not going to discount because my wife and I go around this all the time about there's a hormonal change or something in your body. I was like, well, maybe it is. I'm not a doctor. I can't prescribe that. But if I can change the way you think so
Yes.
that you can change a different response in your body,
Yes.
that's what you
That's
want.
what you
That's the
want.
performance change. That's what I work with so many people, from athletes to business people around, is to give you that performance change. And that's really what we wanted to do, and have some fun with it.
And I think that's so much in life itself. You know, when you think, like, if you think, I have a friend that always bad things happen to her, but she gets up in the morning and says, I know something's going to happen bad today. I know something bad is going to happen. I know I'm going to get sick. I know I'm going to be ill. Even some people, like if they don't have cancer or something, they think they're going to get it. They get it. You know, our mind controls so much of our body and who we are that we don't even realize it. When you even, your words, you have to watch what you say. Oh, I know I'm going to get sick. Or somebody's sick, I know I'm going to get sick because they're sick.
Right. And I hear what you're saying is something because you draw what you want. I used to hear people say when I was coming up, you're allowing that to happen. You're allowing it to happen. Why would I consciously allow anything bad to happen to me, not realizing what it is, like you said, that's coming out of my mouth?
Exactly.
You know, so what you're speaking, you want to attract. Now that can go in a positive way too. That's why we say to our children, speak life into your children, speak life into your life, speak life into your situation. So you speak life into these things so that you can have life.
Right.
You know?
And speaking of life and children, let's, you know, talk about what just happened with the immigration thing. You know, that was so horrible, and I think that it never should have happened. What do you think about that, Todd? Because Todd, as we know, is a Trump supporter, which I still can't understand. I can't understand
Which you
anybody.
still love. You still love.
Yeah, and honestly, he's the only one. The only Trump supporter that I can tolerate. The only one. So you being a supporter, what did you think about that?
You know, it's a tough subject, right? Because we have the Statue of Liberty, because the whole country was built by foreigners, basically, all migrating here, starting with Columbus founding, you know, the country as we study it that way. And yet now,
and I have to say something, as we study it that way, but that was all a lie. We won't go into that right now, but that was all a lie. And of course we know that the immigrants, when we say immigrants, the slaves were here forcefully to build this country. And yes, we did, but forcefully. We were the first immigrants, but we didn't mean to come here. It's not like we were coming here, you know, jumping and happy. We became in slave ships. But I digress. Finish what you were saying.
I digress. So no, to your point, is that we've read an interesting point now, because we want to be an open country, right? We want to have all the blessings, God bless America, and have that, but at the same time, how do we protect our boundaries? How do we keep our people safe? So it's an interesting time to say, you know, where people can come in, they can't come in, what's the influences there? So it's a difficult, you know, topic.
And it really is, because the reason why bringing in immigrants, there was just another shooting by who? A white American. You know, I mean, we're talking about bringing immigrants in, that they're going to hurt the country, but most of the things that are going on negatively, people being shot down, are by white men. And you always know when a shooting occurs and the person is taken in, because you know he's not black. Because black men get shot when they don't have weapons. White men can have weapons and don't get shot. So we're saying, oh, don't bring the immigrants in, woo. But the immigrants are not the ones that are committing all these crimes, all these deadly crimes.
You know, I mean, there's a whole, where the crimes are reported, you know, they make the news. Again, sensationalism, you know, comes in there because that sells advertising for the TV station. Yeah. So I mean, you know, if it's
and a lot of crimes on white men are not committed, were not publicized either.
Right.
You know, they do. You know, they show us the shootings and things like that. But there are also a lot of white crimes that go unheard of also. So I think that to say that all the crimes are being committed by these Mexicans, these immigrants, we have to keep them out, to build a wall, and also Trump is good with that, because he knows how to instill fear and hate in people. And the thing, and I've even decided to do that, to stop giving him time. Because even if you give evil a time, that's still
empowering.
Exactly, that's still an empowerment. So I think that we have to stop that. I know people that are sick, that have been sick ever since he won, and to have somebody have that much control over you, we can't do that.
It's a little bit too much, whether it's Trump or whoever. And going back to the immigration policy, I don't think that the checks and balances that they had in place for it to go as far as now using the children, I think he could have used something different, whether it's Trump or anyone else.
Right.
I understand, and this is an old cliche, that children are the future. So what kind of future you want to have, whether it's here in the United States, Mexico, Nicaragua, wherever, that you're going to grow up a people that are not right in their minds? What type of production are you going to get when these children are taken away from their parents and now they have these emotional and psychological problems now because of the separation at the age that they are?
Exactly. That never should have happened. That should not have been a part. That's not who we're supposed to be as Americans.
Not as Americans.
And he said the law was already in place, but no one else enforced it. So why are you enforcing it? And you're saying that you didn't have the power to change it. Well, you did change it. So you're getting no kudos for that, because you shouldn't have implemented it in the first place. So you know, honestly, as a country, we need to do better than that. But anyway, guys, we have a guest coming on. We have Eric, the producer. This guy does so many things, and he has a lot to say, and some really good things coming up. We'll be right back. Hello, my name is Salima Hakeem Muhammad, and I am the executive producer of two talk shows. My first show I started in 2011 called Salima Speaks. I started Salima Speaks interviewing black men because I wanted to give them a voice, because no one else does. I want to prove to the world that not all black men are thugs or baby daddies or ignorant and doing crazy stuff. We have a lot of good black men out there that are not recognized. We have a lot of good black fathers out there that are not recognized. So that's what I wanted to do with Salima Speaks. Now I still have the show, and I have everybody that has an interesting story. I had a transgender woman on. I had a sister that had AIDS for 22 years and still living and still vibrant. So I have everybody that has interesting stories, but I still have a lot of black men. And the other show I just started 2 years ago is called Our View. Our View is a talk show for the 50-plus generation. And with Our View, I talk about issues concerning us. I say us because I will soon be 62 years old. And my other co-hosts are all 50 plus, going close to 60. I have Shelly Curry, and she's sisters with Tony Whitaker Thompson. And they'll come on together sometimes, but so far they're coming on separately. Then I have George Stevenson, and I have Hypnotist to the Stars, Todd Stofka. And we talk about issues concerning us. We talk about relationships. We talk about marriage. We talk about sex. We talk about health. We talk about exercise. We talk about issues concerning the 50-plus community, because a lot of times our voices don't get heard either. And I want people to know I'm doing more now at 60-plus than I did in my 30s. So you should never give up. That's the thing. You should never give up. A lot of times people die when they retire because they think they're not youthful anymore. They have nothing to do with their life. Okay? But don't do that to yourself. You have to add something in there. One thing you can do if you're interested in TV, come down to Philly Cam. You know, Philly Cam is a nonprofit media center, and you can learn about putting on your own show. I have 2 great shows there. So come down, Google Philly Cam's website. That may be something for you to do, because we're getting older and we're getting better. So listen to Our View Talk Show. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, and welcome back. And we have a guest here, as I was telling you, it's Eric Mosley. He goes by Eric, the producer, and he's going to tell us all about his wonderful production company and let you know a little bit about what he does. Hello, Eric.
How you doing, Salima?
I'm great. And where are you from originally?
Actually, born and raised in Philadelphia.
Really?
Yes.
What part of Philadelphia?
North Philly, nice and Susquehanna.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like me, you're a Philadelphia native. So tell me about this. What do you do as a producer?
Actually, I produce videos. I produce R&B shows, cabarets, concerts. I produce shows at clubs, and also there are some times where I'll be out there producing shows for political activities.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And you also had a talk show one time?
Oh yes. As a matter of fact, I had a Erie Planet Rock concert. Took place in Newcastle, Delaware, and it lasted for about 1.5 years.
And what was the show about?
It was a good show.
What was it about?
It was about live entertainment coming from different areas. Okay, Chester, Philadelphia, Roslyn, PA, New York, just a variety of different people from different places.
Oh, so
performing.
you focus on like local talents?
Local and international.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, great.
Mhm.
And I know that you're working on a project now. Tell us a little bit about what you're working on. And this, I was really interested since this is a show for the 50 plus, and he's doing something to honor the 50 plus. Tell me a little bit about that.
We're in the process right now of producing a seniors old school ball.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know seniors love old school.
Yes.
I love old school. So I'm going to produce a seniors old school ball at the Commodore Barry, November the 17th.
And for the few people that don't know what old school is, tell me a little bit about what old school is.
Old
Of course, we
school
know.
is those entertainers that we all know, like say for instance,
The Delphonics,
the Delphonics,
Romans,
Blue Magic,
yeah.
and so on and so forth.
Michael
These are,
Henderson.
right, Michael Henderson. These are artists from the old school.
Right.
And when we say old school, we're talking real music.
And that exactly. No sampling, the real raw music. And that's where it comes from. That's old school.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And what made you think about that?
I'm gonna make it short. I was in Delaware, about to leave. The mayor was on his way out of office, and he threw a seniors old school cabaret. I went to go buy a ticket, and they said they're sold out. And that was 30 days in advance trying to get a ticket. It
Okay.
never left my mind.
Okay.
I came back to Philly. I said, okay, I'm going to produce a seniors old school ball, and that's what I'm doing.
So
And
what,
I think
what are you,
that's
what are you
a great
thinking
idea.
of having in the ball? So what makes it for that age group, 50 plus? What are you going to have there?
Okay, I'm going to have just what they want. I'm going to have a group called Quiet Storm. That's acapella. And they're very good and they're very strong and well known. I'm going to have 3 artists from Phase 5 Records performing their newest release, fashion show, and 3 $100 cash drawings.
Okay, and it's so great because we get a chance to dress up and wear our gowns and, just have a good time, listen to good music and dance. And we're going to be there to support you.
Oh, and by the way, it is formal wear.
Okay. Yeah, and you know that because this is a ball, and it gives us a chance to get to dress up and wear those gowns that you have in your closet that maybe can't fit anymore.
Absolutely.
But there's a reason it's this in November, so you have time.
Now.
Okay, you have time to do
And
that.
get your dance steps together.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And we want, I don't know about Todd. How's your dancing, Todd?
You'll have to come and find out.
How about that?
Well, see, that's
That's
an
how you
offer
sit.
that I have to refuse because you're married. But anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
I thank you very much. And by the way, this is a Erie Planet production.
And now you said, now where is it going to be held again?
It's going to be held at the Commodore Barry, located at Carpenter and Emlyn Street in Chestnut Hill, Philadelphia.
And where can people get tickets at? Where can they find
Information on the tickets will be available very soon online, and you can get advance tickets.
Okay, and we'll let you guys know about that. We'll be talking about that because I think that's great. We need stuff like that because so many times people 50 plus they give up. They stop having fun. They don't want to do anything anymore. I go swimming 5 days a week. I go to the gym. I have fun. I love life. You have to learn to love life. I think so many people that they work until they're 50, 60, and then they retire and they think that's it.
That's it. And I would like to digress, but still stay on the same topic. I didn't go to my senior prom.
Really?
Yeah, so
So this will be
looking
great
forward
for
to-
you
yes.
and your husband come and get all
looking
dressed
forward
up.
to this prom.
Yeah. And I
Yes.
think a lot of people did. So this is your time to relive your youth. Claim back that youth. You can come, have a good time, dress real nice and everything,
Yes.
socialize with some good people. So yeah, I think that's just really a good thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
so,
we need that.
yeah, it's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be very, very memorable. So once
Yeah.
you come, you won't forget it.
And we'll take a
$35
lot
per
of pictures
person,
and
Pictures,
everything.
yes.
open bar, open kitchen.
Oh, great. Sounds good. I want to see some of you people there because we're going to be there with bells on. Okay? So thank you so much, Eric.
You're quite welcome.
And
Salima.
thank you for looking at this edition of Our View. And honestly, you know, people can write in, you can call in. If we're not doing something that you want to see, let us know. You know, honestly, this show is becoming hotter because we're beginning to see more people look at this show, and it's kind of making you want to live again. It's making you know that 50 is not a death
It's
sentence.
not, it's
I'm
not.
doing more now at 61 than I did at 30. But things that I want to do, like this show, things that I love doing that I just didn't do. So you guys can do it too, right, guys?
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
I'm 71, and I love the party.
Oh, I didn't.
You're what?
71.
I'm 71.
Oh, see, I
I
didn't
love
know.
you.
Wow. Okay, good for everybody. Came on that. Wow. I never knew that.
Wow.
Wow, see? 71 is still partying. Thank you so much for tuning into this edition. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, so long.